All you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good. Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I haven't known George a long, long time.
Have you ever known him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Good evening. My name is Marc Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. To you, some words from a song. Oh, my Lord, magic mirror on the wall. Who's the most misunderstood of all? I don't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the 12th day of the Diddy trial. We have a lot to get into. As always, higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Yes, indeed. Oh, my Lord Jesus. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. By the way, the words that I just uttered, it's the theme song to the Magic Mirror from Disney's Unfairly Ever After. I got a take on that show, and I think Disney needs to retool it. But I'm going to tell you how. That's going to be at 8:30 now. Bonus show for y'all. But anyway, we are here for Diddy. Let's get it in and do what we do. We are live on tour. So let me pull up what we need to hear. Right here, everybody. Former personal assistant testifies Diddy sexually assaulted her multiple times. Combs' former assistant also testified she witnessed many instances of abuse and violent behavior perpetrated by the rap mogul tour Cassie Ventura. A woman who is only being referred to by a pseudonym, Mia, testified Thursday that she used to work for Sean Diddy Combs as a personal assistant for several years. She accused Combs of sexually assaulting her on multiple occasions during that time span. Mia also testified that she witnessed frequent bouts of violence Combs subjected Cassie Ventura to during her time as his assistant, and said punishment for anything done without Combs' permission was unpredictable and terrifying. Okay, so that's just the opening of what's going on here with, the 12th day of the trial here. Defense hints at substantial change in trial strategy. Defense Marc suggested his side's case might be longer than expected after receiving notice from the prosecution about changes to its presentation. Afelio did not give any specifics, but suggested the government's case might end sooner than expected, which could then cause the defense to go longer. Judge Sumerian has made it clear he wants the jury to begin jury deliberations around July 4th. And Filio also reminded the judge that the defense is still seeking to have more time with Combs during off-court hours. And Sumerian said he's working on it. Why do you need off-court hours with Diddy? You can't judge, you just reflect and listen. What we see is what he's done, right? I'm just keeping it up. Like, why do you need after hours with Diddy? Just why? Witness says assaults were traumatizing. Mia ended her testimony for the day. Hang on, let me see something quick. Okay, just making sure. Child, because you never know what can happen on a live stream. Okay, everybody's good. Okay, you're Gucci. Okay. Mia ended her testimony for the day, telling jurors that the sexual assaults, rather, she said she was subjected to, rather, were the most traumatizing moments of her life. When the prosecutor's surmiser asked why she agreed to testify, Mia said, "Because I have to tell the truth, the whole truth." The witness said she absolutely did not want to discuss these attacks in public. It is the most traumatizing, worst thing that has ever happened to me, she told jurors. The jury was then dismissed for the day. Mia testifies she dropped Combs' last name to get out of tickets. The witness testified that Combs' name once helped her get out of multiple traffic tickets in Los Angeles. In one case, Mia said she was in a hurry to pick up Combs when she was pulled over, telling the officer who her employer was. The officer didn't believe me until she called him, and the officer let her go without a ticket. The witness said that in another case, she was driving with Combs when they were pulled over. Once officers got a look at her passengers, she said they were allowed to roam on. And that is the power of being how you connect with your audience can help you out in a lot of different ways. But, in the same token, I'm not surprised by that testimony that, she got off on tickets because of his name. I mean, at the time, he was one of the biggest names in rap, media, and entertainment culture and society at large. So I'm not surprised by that. I didn't want anyone to know ever. Witness weeps and whispers as she describes assaults. Mia wept and struggled to get her voice above a whisper in testifying how she said Combs' sexual assaults continued and that somehow it was my fault, rather. The witness said she felt so desperate and terrified and trapped, and that it was my fault. There was a point in her life when Mia said she was determined to take these alleged assaults to the grave. I was going to die with this, she said. I didn't want anyone to know ever. And, that is not uncommon in cases like this, that there have been women assaulted, men assaulted, children assaulted, and they will take this to their grave because the emotional, mental pain of reliving that, sometimes it's too much to bear. So I send love, prayers, and light to Mia for that. Witness testifies she hoped each assault would be the last. Mia testified that there were other sexual assaults, but she couldn't recall all the details. I just remember feeling like a specific horrible dark feeling in my stomach, Mia said. There was no particular pattern or time of the attacks, Mia said, other than that they unfolded when Ventura was not around. I always thought this was the last time, she said. Next time I would somehow be more prepared, rather. I had to get right back to work. There was so much going on. So, as we all know, Cassie said that Diddy does have mood swings, right? We have heard that in the testimony. So, the fact that Diddy was sporadic, crazy, and deranged is not surprising. You do this for over, 2 decades? In those 2 decades, it's going to be unstabilization somewhere in the timeline, right? Combs allegedly forced Mia into fellatio. Witness testifies Combs once forced Mia to perform fellatio on him in an attack that made her feel like trash, the witness testified. Mia said she was just frozen when Combs came out of a closet in his LA home and had his cream stick out of his pants before forcing her head down. She said the attack made her feel like trash. When the prosecution asked if she had consented to this, Mia replied, no, it was really fast. This is reminding me of, how Shannon Sharp said, I'm going to make sure that no other man wants you. I'm going to ruin you to the point where no other man wants you, rather. So, and by the way, I do know about Smokey Robinson. He is doing a $500 million defamation lawsuit. So a lot going on in the world of law and pop culture for sure. But, oh my Lord, yeah, this is just, bruh. Witness says she was sexually assaulted at Combs, LA home. The witness testified about another sexual assault, this time in 2009 or 2010 at Combs' home in Los Angeles. Mia says she was on the bottom of a bunk bed when she was awakened by Combs on top of her. What? Wait a minute. Now, the only room that I know would ever have a bunk bed is the kid's bedroom. I'm just saying. Okay. What? Bruh. Okay. Asked if she wanted to have intercourse with Combs, a tearful Mia said no, and it was very quick. She had been allowed to lock the door when staying at Combs' properties, Mia testified earlier. Mia accuses Combs of sexual assault. The witness said Combs sexually assaulted her after pouring her 3 shots of vodka in a hotel penthouse. After complimenting her work, Combs, who had been celebrating his 40th birthday, served the drinks and then kissed her as he put his hand up her dress. The witness said, "I was shocked." My Lord Jesus. My Lord. Combs repeatedly slammed the bathroom door on Mia. What the hell? The witness recalled an incident in 2012 in Los Angeles when Combs allegedly slammed the door on her arm multiple times. I mean, first of all, usually, bathroom doors usually are like faux wood and stuff like that, but you do that enough times, you can get some lacerations in your arm. That's just I was literally talking to my friend Heaven today. I was telling her about how one of the cars was registered to Bad Boy Records. And it's like, are you really that smart? Bruh, like, oh my God. At his request, Mia said she had made a call for him on her phone, prompting her to stay close to get the device back from him immediately. When Combs tried bolting away from her into a bathroom, she followed him inside where then he slammed the door on her arm multiple times. The thing I don't get is why in the world, right, did you take Mia's phone when she made a call for you, right? In that case, she should have had a company phone, Diddy. Lord Jesus. Combs was hot and cold with Mia and once threw spaghetti at her, she says. Mia described her dynamic with Combs as hot and cold. Sometimes he treated her like his best friend and working partner. Other times I was a worthless piece of crap, she testified. In the good times, he opened up about personal things and compliment her work. At other times, he would humiliate me, curse at me, going around about how incompetent and stupid I was, she said. She told jurors that he threw things at her, including spaghetti on one occasion. In that incident, she said she had started to go down to her room because she'd been working since 8 a.m. without breaking, needing to change her tampon. Outraged, she threw the spaghetti at her and started to curse at her, chased her up the stairs, and she hid and eventually escaped to a hotel, she said. On another occasion, she testified, he threw a computer at her head while in Los Angeles in a trailer on a movie set. He was in a rage over the Wi-Fi not working, but the company did not make contact with her head. She recalled she ran out the trailer and hid afterward. So you're not respecting the fact that this woman has to be able to do what she needs to do for her physical health. And then you got upset that the Wi-Fi wasn't working. Sir, all you had to do, right, wherever lot. Hey, Disney IT, Warner Brothers IT, Paramount IT, or whatever studio IT, my Wi-Fi is not working. Can you have somebody come over and fix it? Like, it should have been that simple, you dumb fuck. Really? You throw a computer because things didn't work out for you? Bruh, what is wrong with you? A computer at somebody's head, bro. And then what did you think was going to happen, right? If she actually got injured, do you know what would have had to happen? She would have had to tell the truth. But knowing you, because you said that you would throw Capricorn Clark in the East River, in the East Hudson River, also Grayson, your former assistant, in the river as well, we know you would get rid of people. You called one of the former members of Diddy Dirty Money 54 times in one fucking day. You piece of shit bastard. And the spaghetti being thrown at Mia, it correlates back to what Don Richards said about a skillet being thrown at Cassie. Bruh. I don't judge, I just reflect. Because what you see is what you get, my lord. Combs took ketamine and other pills at inappropriate times, witness says. The defendant was frequently taking ketamine, which is horse tranquilizer, or can be used as horse tranquilizer and other things, and other drugs often at inappropriate times. Mia says she once recalled him taking these drugs on his way for an appearance with Chelsea Handler. The witness says hitting the road with Combs was like being with a traveling medicine cabinet, as pills were stashed in plastic bags or his Louis Vuitton pouch, which the government did seize, right? Mia describes cleaning up hotel rooms after Combs' hotel nights. This is the same thing that Grayson also said as well. Mia testified that Cassie Ventura and Combs sometimes had hotel nights and some that lasted multiple nights. Freak-offs. Mia testified that she would sometimes take them there, unpack and set up. Combs asked her to bring toiletries, clothes, candles, lotions, baby oil, Astroglide, and condoms. Condoms, Rose, condoms! Golden Girls. Look up that moment. It's on YouTube. One night stood out at the London Hotel in New York when Ventura answered the door in her underwear. She was struggling. I had never seen her like that before. Also, I think Grayson also said the same thing, that Cassie answered the door, or at least one of the other assistants said that during the testimony of this trial. So much that I asked her, "Are you okay?" She said, "I'm good," and closed the door, she testified. Mia said Combs asked her to clean up the rooms to wipe up enough stuff the housekeeper couldn't clean. Well, that's not really the case, because the manager of the hotel, I think it was the Intercontinental Hotel, said that they had to do a deep clean, and you had to pay like a $500 charge so they could clean the room. She said the state of the hotel rooms after they were used was a nightmare, destroyed and really nasty, including candle wax, broken glass, wall on the floor, sometimes blood, oil on the walls, and wet towels. I mean, let's just sit with that for a minute, right? This dude who denied, didn't want to take, the offer from the government to just make it do what it do. The lawyer came out and said him selling the lawsuit didn't have nothing to do with it, but then had to come out and say he was sorry for what he did to Cassie. Marc and Felio into the defense team. Y'all good? I mean, it's just like every testimony is correlating back to Cassie. Y'all sure y'all really wanted to take on this case? Because I'm sure that you guys took on this case because y'all felt like this could be a Johnny Cochran moment for y'all, right? But my Lord Jesus, the facts are the facts, my Lord. Witness struggling to remain calm, breathe. At times, Mia appeared to struggle to keep her emotions in check and breathe while describing Combs' tumultuous relationship with Ventura. She almost appeared to be hyperventilating and had to catch her breath, and describing how heartbroken Combs was in December 2011 when he learned that Ventura was seeing Kid Cudi. But you were part of the swinger lifestyle. Y'all could swap out partners. But as two of my friends at my job said, well, that's what a narcissist would do. It's cool when I do it, but it ain't cool when you do it. Scary decision. Facing Mother Nature or Combs, witness says. The witness recalled a scary confrontation in 2012 when she and Ventura were barricaded into a beachside room, hiding from enraged Combs during vacation in the Turks and Caicos Islands. They pushed furniture to block the front door as Combs was allegedly banging and screaming to be let inside. I was looking at Cass and she was screaming for help and said, "You have to help me. Puff is going to unalive me," Mia recalled. She's usually chill and calm, and she was terrified. The pair dashed out the back door to the beach and on a paddleboard, allowing them to flee into the water. The weather shifted dramatically. The sky turned black. Mia, remember, we were both debating. I was trying to weigh if it was scary to face Mother Nature or go back to Puff. We eventually went back to Puff. Damn. Like I said, these are very detailed testimonies. Very, very detailed. And I think that the defense and Diddy thought, like, okay, you know what? All we gotta do is showcase that I'm a freak and that, I need an outlet, I'm this big music producer, and then they would get away scot-free. They did not expect that the witnesses would be this detailed. Court breaks for lunch. Judge Sumerian put the court into recess and asked jurors to return before 1:15 p.m. The prosecutor, Sumerian, said she expects her direct examination of Mia to last for the rest of the day. Right here, Mia recounts sneaking out with Cassie to party at Prince's house, but Combs caught them. Mia recalled an incident in 2012 where she and Cassie Ventura went out to a party without Combs' permission. They were all staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and Combs had directed Mia to stay there with Ventura as he was going to be with his kids. So, wait a minute. You were going to be with your kids, but yet you were at Prince's house. Make that make sense, but okay. Mia said a friend called and said Prince was having a party, and she and Ventura, like little kids, snuck out the house. They went to Prince's party, were having fun when Combs showed up. I saw his cap, his bucket hat coming through the entrance. We locked eyes and crap. Cassie and I started running through the house to get across the yard, try to run and hide there. Mia explained Puff caught Cass, and he caught up to her and had her and threw her to the ground and started to attack her. Mia said Prince's security intervened. The next day, Mia was notified she was being suspended without pay, and Combs said she was being insubordinate. Bruh, really? She was being insubordinate? But yet you on trial for a chance for your ass to be locked up for the rest of your life. Okay. All right. Okay. Witness testifies Ventura left with forehead scar after Bedford attack. Ventura suffered a nasty cut on her forehead after Combs attacked her at the victim's Los Angeles apartment. The witness said Mia testified she tried to stop the beating by jumping on Combs' back before the music mogul threw her against the wall. It was so fast, but I feel like I was in slow motion. Mia said I saw him grab Cass, and I couldn't get there fast enough. The bed platform was the sharpest I ever seen. He threw her, and she hit her head on the corner of the bed. The witness continued. She had a pretty big scar on her forehead, which was split open, and blood was coming out. That was the same time, right, that the stylist from yesterday's testimony also jumped on Diddy's back as well, right? Mia says she witnessed multiple Combs assaults on Ventura. Ventura never fought back against Combs during multiple violent attacks. Mia said in one particularly disturbing incident, Mia says she found Ventura hiding from Combs outside in bushes with a terrified look in her eyes. If Mia and Cassie did something without Combs' permission, the punishment was unpredictable and terrifying, Mia says. Mia was asked what would happen if she did something without Combs' permission. She said it would be bad, serious. She and Cassie Ventura would get in trouble. The punishment was unpredictable and terrifying, she continued. If Ventura did pick up Combs' phone call, multiple people would try to call and text her, and security would show up if they couldn't find her. Mia said she saw a lot of the aftermath of Combs and Ventura's relationship. She said she saw Ventura with injuries. She also saw Combs attack Ventura and throw her to the ground. She said, I seen him crack her head open. Mia said she did not recall ever seeing Ventura fight back. Like I said, it boggles my mind for people defending Diddy, because it's just like, if this was your mother, if this was your daughter, if this was your sister, if this was your cousin, if this was your niece, if this was your grandma, I'm just saying, if this was your daughter-in-law, I'm just asking a question. This was one of your kids' teachers going through this. I'm just asking questions. If it was a woman that you knew was going through this, would you have the same energy of defending that person who did that to the women you love in your real life? You probably would not. It is amazing to me how people will defend somebody that they don't know, knowing they would not piss on them to put out the fire upon them. But yet, will you bring people's personal people into the situation, and they want to get pissed off and upset and outraged? Shut the fuck up talking. Don't make no damn sense. Just I can't. I can't. Like, the fact that the ratings are so low for Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that is trivial bullshit, when there's a whole trial going on here about DV and sex trafficking and racketeering and everything else, real issues. People want to guzzle down reality TV more than cover this trial. It's mind-boggling to me. And what that says to me is y'all don't have any comprehension skills to talk about anything else. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. If what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to Braylon Lee. But if you respond to Braylon Lee, it must be true about your ass to some damn degree. Don't make no damn sense. And that makes me wonder the mindset of people. Like, are you really about just being a part of a crowd to be seen? Or are you about standing up for what's right and you don't get any credit for it? And you cool with that because it's about doing what you're supposed to do. Because it's the right thing to do. Not to get praise from everybody, just to be noticed. Child, I can't. Child. Combs inserted himself into the perfect match set. Mia says Combs fancied himself a pseudo director while Ventura was shooting the perfect match with hit screens in 2016. Combs was often on set and will insert himself into production, asking all sorts of questions, making suggestions about Ventura's hairstyle, wardrobe, and even nails, Mia recalled. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, dude, but that's called a hairstylist, that's called a stylist, and that's called a nail-tician or nail tech. They have jobs for those positions. Don't know if you know that. God forbid me tell you how the industry works, even though you are in the fucking industry, or I would say were in the industry, because after this trial, you're done, son. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up my man Dave Chappelle, because I don't think me saying it is enough. Here we go. Dave Chappelle, what do you have to say on this? Because brother, I know you have a lot to say. You often do.
Got some bad news for you. You're fucking done, son. It's over. Got some bad news for you. You're fucking done, son. It's over. Got some bad news for you. You're fucking done, son. It's over. Got some bad news for you. You're fucking done, son. It's over.
Thank you, Dave Chappelle, so much for your commentary on this. Let's roll on. Mia and Cassie grew close in the Combs world. Mia says she and Ventura grew close and became like sisters, best friends during their time working with Combs. Ventura and Combs had a rocky relationship, Mia said, with highs and lows that often included abuse by the defendant. She still keeps in close contact today, Mia said. Mia describes duties including stay within Combs' eyesight. What? So, most of the time with a personal assistant, right? Usually you're getting their clothes, you're going to studios to pick up stuff, you're setting up appointments for them. Like, really? Oh my Lord. Mia said as an assistant she managed Combs' social media presence. Oh my Lord Jesus. Served as the main liaison between Combs and Hollywood. So the person that could determine your rise or demise was your personal assistant, but you thought abusing her would be a good move. How's that working out for you? Sincerely, how is that working out for your ass? How is that working out for your motherfucking ass? Really? How's it working out for you? Managed his daily routine, kept him on schedule, and protected him and his privacy. She said she had to stay attached to her BlackBerry, stay within Combs' eyesight, as well as anticipate his needs and his whims and moods. Every single day is different. Can be 17,000 things at one time, ranging from cracking knuckles. Wait, so you actually had to like for him? And he let's roll on. Doing taxes or write his next movie. He can also have you standing next to him for 24 hours and not ask you to do one thing. But aren't you like one of the biggest names in rap culture and entertainment? You don't have friends that could just be a part of the entourage just to give you company? Or you really ain't that big as you say you are? Like, my Lord. Mia says she was not allowed to lock her bedroom door. Mia testified that when she traveled with Combs and stayed at his properties, locking her own bedroom door wasn't allowed. Also, this is my house and no one locks doors. The witness says that rule didn't seem to apply to the predominantly male security team that stayed in rooms with deadbolt and keypad locks, Mia recalled. Well, I mean, if she's making like calls and stuff on your behalf, like, shouldn't she have the right to close the door? Also, too, she don't know those male security guards. They could be perverts and try to grape her. Like, come on now. Like, that's just no. Mia recalls going 5 days without sleep working for Combs. Mia says she worked for Combs from 2009 2017 and had applied when she was 25, 26. Combs said the job would be 24/7 for the promised compensation of $55,000. That she said ended up being $50,000. That's the same amount of money that Capricorn Clark also made as well. Mia testified that she once worked 5 days straight without sleeping. We were traveling Las Vegas. There were always things going on. She explained she noted how she had Adderall prescriptions since she was 17, and it helped her function without sleep. I had physical breakdown. My hearing went. It felt like I was underwater. My equilibrium was off, blurred vision out of nowhere. I was hysterical and could not stop crying. At that point, Puff said she could go to sleep, she recalled. So after she almost lost her life, based on your ignorant ass, selfish ass, waste of life that your fucking mother should have swallowed your ass, now she could go to sleep after she almost was gone. Charming. Fucking charming. Fucking charming. Mia says it was toxic working for Combs, that he sexually assaulted her. Mia described working for Combs as chaotic and toxic, but that it could be exciting. The highs are really high and the lows really low. Puff's mood determined the environment. Also, he was based like a Black 47. Red means bad. Green means good. Yellow means, I don't know how this thing's gonna go. Jesus Christ, he threw things at me, threw me against the wall, threw me in the pool. He threw something against my head, sexually assaulted me. She said he sexually assaulted her on more than one occasion. Combs had gone by several names in the past, including Puff Daddy, hence the nickname Puff. His passport to court records under seal. Prosecution entered Mia's passport into court records under seal with her true name and day of birth only shown to jurors. Witnesses normally take the witness stand, state their name, and open court for a record. But this witness is only referred by a pseudonym. Mia, she previously worked for Combs as a personal assistant. Mia takes the stand, former personal assistant to Combs, who will be referred to only by the pseudonym. Mia has taken the stand. She is expected to testify to the forced labor racketeering charges in the indictment. Defense is seeking to show Ventura as a willing sex partner. Nash recalled a time when he spotted a random man join Ventura in her Las Vegas hotel room without Combs' presence. Testimony could feed the defense narrative that Ventura had sex with strangers as a normal part of her life, and not as a forced act at Combs' direction. Did the defense forget the UTI infections, the mouth sores, and the gastrointestinal problems, or were they asleep the whole time? I don't know where this defense team was. To the defense team's mamas, daddies, sisters, brothers, cousins, uncle, aunties, I am so sorry that y'all raised pieces of shit. I am so sorry, y'all. This has nothing to do with those family members. I wish them well. But for those family members to have these pieces of bitches and mitches be related to them, I feel sorry for them. Because this is the team that's defending this bastard who did all this shit. And they think they're going to have a career after this? I'm flabbergasted. I just can't. And not to mention, too, to the defense, did y'all forget when Diddy said that he was a part of the swinger lifestyle and they could swap out partners? Did y'all forget that? Y'all are really being selective with y'all fucking hearing. Y'all want a mistrial because you are flailing, sinking, and losing y'all rabbit ass minds. And guess what, y'all? The defense team is not going to do shit to me or any other content creator. They're not, because this is covered under the First Amendment. Everything's alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. My Lord Jesus, oh my Lord, right here, like y'all see it. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: all topics are entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video should be taken as fact. That everything is alleged. You dumb fucks. Damn. But also, too, in the same token, Cassie's lawsuit was settled the next day. So something Kool-Aid is sweet about this, okay? The freak-offs allegedly ordered by Combs are central to prostitution allegations that he used his business to engage in sex trafficking and other crimes. Yes, prostitution is not legal in some states. Now, it's legal in Nevada. Yeah. Nash testifies that he saw Ventura with a black eye on FaceTime. Denante Nash testified that he saw Mia on a video call with Ventura. She had a black eye visible. I saw it in person when her makeup wears off. You can see it, Nash said. Ventura didn't mention freak-offs for many years to Nash. Nash admitted on a cross-examination that from 2008 to 2013, Ventura never mentioned to him about the freak-off she performed for Combs. The defense's implication that would be that the freak-offs weren't as troubling as Ventura has described if she failed to mention them to a friend like Nash. Well, that was a fight or flight thing for Cassie. The day's first mention of Michael B. Jordan after breaking up with Combs, Ventura began communicating with Black Panther actor Michael B. Jordan, according to Nash, dating, talking, getting to know each other, the witness said during cross-examination. Nash, back on the witness stand for cross-examination, the witness admitted he didn't initially tell that Ventura had been allegedly kicked by Combs in one particular attack he witnessed. Nash said he wanted to answer questions in the most narrow way possible. They didn't ask, he told Combs' attorney Xavier Donaldson, I gave as little as possible. I only answered what was asked. Judge ordered no sketches of witness Mia. Judge R. Surian denied the government's bid to cut all video of key prosecution witness Mia, but he did order a ban against courtroom sketches of victim 4. Assistant U.S. Attorney Massa Samizer asked for Mia's testimony not to be shown in a courthouse overflow room. Sumerian said it would be improper to totally keep footage of Mia's testimony from getting out of his courtroom, though he did agree to ban sketches of her in a similar fashion to the standing prohibition against jurors being drawn. Court is now in session. For day 12 of Combs' trial. Cassie Ventura gave birth Tuesday. Cassie Ventura gave birth Tuesday, roughly 2 weeks after she took the stand as a witness in the Sean Combs federal sex trafficking trial. A source familiar with the matter confirmed to NBC News, the baby is her third with her husband, Alex Fine. It is a beautiful baby boy, everybody. Defense asked for more time to meet with Combs in jail. Why? Why? So y'all can say, you know what, Diddy? Listen, you're fucked. And so because of that, we're fucked. And so you don't have a life. We don't have a life. You don't have a career. We don't have a career. You have no family. None of our family wants us around anymore. So this is how we're going to go forward. Y'all want more time to just tell him that his life is over and y'all life is over too? Child, I cannot. As prosecutors said that they are ahead of schedule, U.S. District Court Judge R. Smith has made abundantly clear that he wants this trial to keep rolling fast so the jurors can start deliberations around July 4th. But defense lawyers said they've not been able to move quickly due to jailhouse rules that prevent them from meeting with their client Combs after 7 p.m. Well, make time, you dumb fucks. Make time. Soon as court ends at 4 o'clock, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. That's 3 fucking hours. Make time for this shit. Otherwise, just say to the court, we give up. Rolling on. Defense lawyer Marc said in court yesterday that Combs' inability to confer late slows trial prep meaning defense has to spend more time debating strategy without direct contact with their client. We just need more access, Mr. Combs and Filio told the court yesterday, asking court permission to meet with Combs until 10 p.m. Judge Smirian promised to call the jail and see what arrangements could be made. Meanwhile, the prosecution said it's running ahead of schedule and could rest by a second week of June or a few days later. The government had earlier said this case could last until June 20th. So he's entering the court. That's how he entered court yesterday, giving a heart signal to his family and friends and everybody there. And here's a recap of yesterday, everybody. In court yesterday, Los Angeles police officer Christopher Ignacio testified about responding to a break-in at Kid Cudi's home in 2011. Los Angeles Fire Department arson investigator Lance Jimenez also testified that he found a Molotov cocktail inside Kid Cudi's burnt Porsche in early 2012. Describing the car fire as a targeted crime. Deontay Nash, a celebrity stylist, also testified about the relationship between Combs and Cassie Ventura. Nash testified that he once jumped on Combs' back to keep him from being Ventura. He also told the court that Combs threatened to send sex tapes of Ventura to her parents' workplaces to get them fired. So that's Chris Ignacio right here yesterday. You know, I noticed Diddy looks back a lot during the trial. He doesn't ever keep his eyes forward. He just looks back a lot. I noticed that in the courtroom sketches. Victim 4, Combs' former assistant, expected to testify today. A woman who is only being referred to by a pseudonym, Mia, is expected to testify today. The government previously referred to the woman as Victim 4 and says she used to work for Combs as personal assistant. Mia has been mentioned in prior testimony, notably by Cassie Ventura. Her testimony is expected to take up most of today and tomorrow. So yesterday we talked about Mia taking the stand that her testimony will be on Thursday running into Friday afternoon. Deontay Nash returned to the witness stand after a delayed flight. Deontay Nash, the celebrity stylist and good friend of Cassie Ventura, is expected to continue his testimony today. Nash was supposed to finish testifying yesterday, but Combs' defense couldn't finish cross-examination by 4 p.m. Eastern. The government had to reschedule Nash's travel arrangements as the stylist was going to fly out of New York City last night. So that is everything you need to know about day 12 of the Diddy trial there. So with that being said, let's go over to ABC News so you guys can get some more dynamic energy on this trial.
She was running and screaming and scared for her life. That testimony from a former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs describing an alleged encounter between him and Cassie Ventura on vacation. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips.
And I'm Terry Moran. That's our top story this hour. The latest alleged victim, who's now using the pseudonym Mia. She's testifying about what it was like to work for Sean Diddy Combs. She also testified that he sexually assaulted her while he was her boss. Her testimony follows that of the celebrity stylist Deontay Nash. She testified that on one occasion, he saw Combs beat his then girlfriend Ventura until her head hit the bed frame. She started bleeding.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to all the charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution, and denies all allegations of wrongdoing. Legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer joins us now from outside court there in New York. So what do you make of Mia's testimony, Brian?
Very impactful, Kira. I actually just left court now, and while the court and the judge tells us we're not allowed to describe Mia, in fact, sketch artists are not supposed to be sketching her, I can tell you that she speaks very softly, so much so you have to lean in to hear her. She does have very large bangs, and she almost is speaking in a way that she's looking down and is very muted in the way that she's describing these events. But the interesting thing for me is that the government isn't really focusing on the forced labor or some of the allegations that she, as a victim, is accusing Sean Combs of through the government. But a lot of it is corroboration of the violence that Sean Combs is accused of to Cassie. Some of the events of her having to run out of rooms with Cassie for her safety, and also the violence and the threats and just the belittling and humiliation that Sean Combs put on allegedly not only Cassie, but also her.
So a corroborating witness there, building the prosecution's case against Combs. And there was also this celebrity stylist, Deontay Nash, also a corroborating witness?
Yeah, absolutely. Some points of his testimony a little interesting, to say the least, as Xavier Donaldson, the defense attorney, cross-examined him. I think it'd be safe to say that the two of them got a little sassy at times in the way that they asked questions and answered them. There were some chuckles from the jury and the courtroom, even though a lot of the topics were very heavy. Again, Nash is a stylist both for Combs and Cassie, and a lot of the information that he provided was, again, corroboration of what we've heard from other witnesses. Another point of view, if you will, as to how people perceive Sean Combs' violence towards Cassie. How Cassie, even at one point in time, was in a hotel, not on the first floor. Nash wasn't really specific as to what floor exactly, but when she found out Combs was looking for her, she tried to hang over the balcony to escape from him, and ultimately was ushered out of that hotel through a side door, just highlighting some of the alleged fear that Cassie had about Sean Combs being even close proximity or angry towards her in whatever perceived way he felt he was justified in doing so.
All right, Brian Buckmeyer there for us outside court. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Brian, for sure there. Here's an article from The Independent. Hello to some people here. Like, I'm sure, subscribe. Glad to have you all here. Day 12 of the Diddy trial we are talking about right from the space right here and right now. From The Independent, like I said, celebrities are reportedly hiring lawyers to avoid testifying at Diddy's trial. Here's the problem. If the government subpoenas you, you have no choice but to testify. Right? So it is what it is on that. Celebrities are reportedly hiring lawyers to avoid testifying at Diddy's trial. Several high-profile names have already been mentioned in court, including Kid Cudi, Usher, and Suge Knight. Sean Diddy Combs' high-profile sex trafficking trial has some celebrities so nervous that they could be called to testify that they hired lawyers, according to a report. In the nearly 4 weeks since the mogul's federal trial began in New York, several notable names have been called before the jury, including musician Cassie Ventura, rapper Kid Cudi, and singer Don Richard. Other celebrities have been name dropped as well, such as record executive Suge Knight, musician Usher, and more, with the potential for others to be named or even called to give evidence. Harvey Levin, founder TMZ, claims that some have already lawyered up. I have heard that there are some celebrities worried about being called to testify and have even lawyered up trying to fight that, Levin told Fox News Digital. Combs, who is facing a potential lifetime in prison for the alleged crime, spent decades in the spotlight as a rapper, music recording executive, music producer, and businessman. He has ties to some of the biggest names in music. But just because a celebrity is named during the trial does not mean they have committed any crimes or participated in any wrongdoing. Levin said he is unsure who prosecutors will call to testify, but that it's all a part of their efforts to convince the jury beyond a reasonable doubt that Combs committed the alleged crimes. Combs, 55, was charged with sex trafficking, transportation, and prostitution purposes and racketeering conspiracy. He has pled not guilty, rather, to all charges. Ventura, Combs' ex-girlfriend, served as the government star witness, recounting how she was subjected to freakouts and physical abuse throughout her 11-year-long relationship with Combs' rapper Kid Cudi, whose legal name is Scott Mess Cudi, also served as a star witness. He testified that Combs threatened him with physical violence while he was in a brief relationship with Ventura. He also told jurors that Combs allegedly coordinated an arson attack on his car. Richard, who previously worked with Combs as a part of the girl group Danny Kane and also Diddy Dirty Money, took the stand took the stand to tell jurors that Combs threatened to make her go missing. She revealed any information about alleged assault on Ventura that she witnessed. Now, victim 3 has gone missing as well. But despite the celebrity witnesses, Levin told Fox News Digital he's unsure if a jury will find Combs guilty of racketeering. When you look at all the things he did, he's burglarizing Kid Cudi's house and going not for money or drugs or jewelry or anything like that. He's going for the Christmas present that he was going to give Cassie. Then he torches Cudi's car and then makes threats against her mother. This feels like a crazed, criminal, jealous boyfriend, Levin says. I don't think it necessarily shows him to be a racketeer. So that is from The Independent there. Now, one more thing for you guys to know about and that you may not know about here. Here we go. From Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Inside the surprising way Sean Diddy Combs is still making millions during his trial, rather. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is currently facing mounting legal challenges as multiple lawsuits and federal investigations draw intense public and media scrutiny. Allegations ranging from sexual assault to human trafficking has surfaced in recent months, prompting raids on his properties and casting a shadow over his once untouchable empire. As his trial continues, those watching assume Combs can't make any money while behind bars. However, he has a surprising way of making income despite his legal troubles. Right here, Sean Diddy Combs has a side hustle while on trial and is raking in millions. So here it is here from the Daily Mail.
What up, yo? How you doing? Yeah. No place like home.
Yeah. Sean Diddy Combs has been known for living large. Nothing exemplifies his high-flying lifestyle more than his private Gulfstream jet. The sleek, customized aircraft has become a symbol of his wealth and influence, ferrying the hip-hop mogul across the globe for business meetings, performances, and personal getaways. Outfitted with luxury amenities, reportedly valued in the tens of millions, the jet is more than just a mode of transport. It's a mobile statement of status. Now that Combs is on trial, rather, he's not flying his Gulfstream jet. However, he's still finding a way to make money off of it. According to the U.S. Sun, the luxury rental operator Silver Air is renting Combs' plane as a luxury aircraft. Customers who rent the plane have no idea it belongs to Combs. So let's go to Silver Air. Fleet. This is interesting. Like the fact that it can still make money as he is up for potentially going to jail for the rest of his life is bonkers to me. I'm guessing that it is one of these two. Because it said Gulfstream. That was black, so we'll see here in just a minute. Let's see here. As of May 20th, the plane has been rented 126 times total and flying and around every other day. It has traveled 149,540 miles since Silver Air began renting it. Customers pay nearly $33,000 for a flight in total. Combs has earned over $4 million from renting his jet. I think that is this one. I'm going to show you how, right? So let me go back to that video, right? So let's go back. Actually, I need that for later on tonight. So you see how it,
what up, yo?
So you see how it's all black? I think that this is Diddy's jet right here. I think that's his jet right here. Because if we go back here.
What up, yo? How you doing? Yeah.
And you see the cream color there. So this is Diddy's jet. Nope. Okay, accept. So that's the inside of his jet. Man, looks like it's an old ass jet, to be honest with you. I'm not like really cream. But yeah, that's his jet. So he's made over $4 million with Silver Air renting this out, right? Oh, and look at this right here. Global in-flight Wi-Fi. Oh, wow, the Wi-Fi was working for this one. Good Lord Jesus, I cannot. Back to our article here. I will also need that as well for later on tonight. The hip-hop mogul offered to sell his plane in a $50 million bail package. Sean Diddy Combs put forward a $50 million bail proposal before his trial. He backed the proposal with his Miami Beach estate and strict conditions, including house arrest, electronic monitoring, and limited contact with potential witnesses. However, the judges repeatedly rejected his bids. The judges reviewing the case, there are serious concerns about the possibility of witness intimidation and broader risks to public safety, ultimately determining rather that no set of restrictions could adequately protect the community or preserve the fairness of the legal proceedings. According to Rolling Stone, Combs was also trying to sell his private plane at this time. This weekend, Mr. Combs has entered a letter of intent with a party to sell. The court documents read. Mr. Combs understands that he is not to travel to Los Angeles, where the plane has been located this week, and further that the plane is not to be brought to any district which he is located until it is sold. Sean Diddy Combs appears to have trouble selling his sprawling Beverly Hills estate. Gee, I wonder why. Good damn. Sean Diddy Combs listed his Beverly Hills mega mansion for sale for $61.5 million. 17,000 square foot estate. It's boasts 10 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, luxury amenities, and 1.3 level acres of land. Fortunately, Combs appears to have a tough time finding a buyer, while trial court report, the listing agent for Combs Mansion, told Daily Mail he has no comment about the situation. Of course he doesn't. Another real estate agent told the publication that agents don't want any public association with the place, thus why they are keeping out of the press. I wish I could help, but no agents want to touch that house or be any stories that relate or be any stories related to the case where listed. The agent said. How to get help in the United States? Call the RAIN National Sexual Assault telephone hotline at 1-800-656-4673. That's 1-800-656-4673. That's 1-800-656-4673 rather, to connect with a trained staff member from a sexual assault service provider in your area. So, ciao. I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Woo! Man, we did that in 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 25 seconds there, my Lord. You know, for everybody defending Diddy, I hope you keep that same energy if the Verge is guilty. Because, I mean, bro, listen. With all of the corroborating testimony, there's no way he gets out of this clean. Like, either way, his life is never the same again. His own daughters walked out of his testimony. His own daughters walked out of testimony. His own daughters walked out of testimony. You can't make this up. You just cannot make this up. Our Lord Jesus. We're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more right after this. We're live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams. Power 923 Jams.
I'm loving it.
And I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back to the Brainlee's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. We are here just chill out for a little bit. And yes, indeed. So we will we'll wait around here for maybe until 1:15. And then join me back here tonight because like I said before, Magic Mirror on the wall, who's the most unfairest of them all. I don't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you'll get. There's a brand new Disney show, and there's some people that are not liking it, and it's your opinion not to like it. But I have a way to revive this show that I think people are going to like. And literally, it's the star that no one is talking about. But we'll talk about that today at 8:30. Can't wait for that glorious conversation or that villainous conversation to happen. So it should be a good time. So let's see. Two people in the building with me. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully your guys' day went well today. Not too bad of a day at work. Oh, man. So yes, indeed, as we get ready to in the show here at 1:15 with the Daily Mover. I'm doing the Daily Mover on this one, so we have all the time in the world for our Disney villains conversation tonight at 8:30. Should be a wonderful time, and for sure there. Let me get the daily motivator up for you all, and then we'll head on out of here. But a great time ahead. So hopefully you're all caught up with day 12 of the Diddy trial. Here we go. You always pass failure on the way to success, Mickey Rooney. You ain't never lied, brother. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. It's time for a day motivator for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Light of purpose. Work is only a burden if you decide it is. Any work can be uplifting and empowering when you choose to make it so. So what you're saying, Ralph Morrison, is if you create negativity and then negativity comes your way, then it's your own fucking fault. But if you create positivity and positivity comes to you, it's also your fault as well. Interesting. It seems like we're responsible for what we do in life. Shocking concept. Moving on. The primary ingredient. The primary ingredient for transforming your view of work is purpose. When what you're doing is solidly connected to what you care about, that changes everything. If you can't see that connection, go deeper. Whatever the nature of your work may be, the reason you're doing it flows directly from a purpose that matters to you. There may be several intermediate layers, yet the connection always exists. In one way or another, what you're doing serves who you are. Ooh, my Lord. As such, each effort you make does much more than just get the job done. It contributes to the value and meaning of your own existence. See every task, every job with the light of purpose and feel the power of the positive difference you can always make. Ralph Morrison. Woo! Child, let the church say amen. Amen and amen. Light of purpose. You know, purpose equals light. Attention equals darkness. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Oh, I love this daily motivator, Ralph Morrison. You did your thing on this one. Listen, it boggles my mind with this trial how many people want to say they're being purposeful in covering this, but yet they're about allowing a defense that would ever allow this. So the first thing I'll tell you is the work of owning the truth of what needs to be said is only a burden if you are not a truth teller. So if it's hard for you to say, well, I don't think any woman should ever go through this, or any man should ever go through this, or for any child to go through this, then guess what? It's a burden to you because you don't believe in right is right and wrong is wrong. If you don't believe right is right and wrong is wrong for anybody else, that definitely means you don't have a compass for your damn self. That's the first thing I'll tell you. Work is only a burden if you decide it is. Sometimes the work we do is a burden because we make a choice to do that work. Okay, that's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing, there may be several intermediate layers, yet the connection always exists. There's always a connection to what you do, right? There's always connection to what you do. You know, for me doing this show, the connection for this channel is to be a platform, a resource, and a reservoir of trying to understand the world a little bit better from our perspective, right? Because let's face it, our perspective right now is not really wanted here, there, or anywhere in any fashion, shape, or form. So what do we have to do? We have to create our own spaces for history to be recorded. So always recognize, even with all the intermediate layers of what you do, that connection has to exist in order for all the other layers to make sense. Ogres have layers, onions have layers. Shout out to Shrek. And finally, see every task, every job with the light of purpose. How you think and how you move determines how you flow in life and the blessings or curses that come your way. You know, I've played this clip before, but I think I do need to play it again because, child, this right here, like I said, when I heard this, it let me know that, you know what? Everything happens for a good damn reason.
Somebody give me a tissue, please. I'm with you. Cheryl Jackson just tweeted, I'm doing the ugly cry up in here. I don't want to. Don't make me ugly cry, Bishop. Don't make me ugly cry up in here. Cheryl, you all the way gone. I see you. Ugly crying up in here. But what just hit me is because I've had to learn to do this with my mother. That's why it hit me. You've got to meet people where they are and love them at the level that they can receive it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's hard because you want to love them. You just want to love them. And I think one of the reasons, if I may say, that we all get so caught up in the way we want to love is because we have these ideals versus realities.
Absolutely.
These ideals versus reality, you know, you have in your own mind what a mother should be and what you wanted your mother to be. And in many cases, your mothers and your fathers can't be what your ideal is. Isn't that correct?
Yes, because they were broken when you got them.
Oh.
See, it's not like you broke me. I was broken when I came here.
Yeah.
So even though you need me to have both legs healthy, the reality is I'm crippled. And I need to know that you can love me with a broken knee, with a broken leg. Even if I come short, can you love me on my level?
Come on.
There are people amongst us like you and like me and many people in this room who are voluminous. We are 10-gallon people. But we may have been born into families of people who have pint capacities.
Might be around some people with some pint-sized capacities. I'm just saying.
And when you are a 10-gallon person and you want love, you want it on a 10-gallon level.
Oh, jeez.
But if you fool around and hook up with a pint person, they could be giving you all that they have,
Lord.
Sincerely giving you everything, but it doesn't fill you up.
Oh, my Lord.
Because you're bigger than that.
You need to stop telling the truth. We're going to be big mad with you.
Because you operate on such a higher level that you say, is that it?
Is that all you got to aim at me? Is that the best your fucking ass can do?
I feel you. But you must realize some people, that's all they got. That's really all they got.
All right.
Let me tell you something. Some people in your life, they move in pint capacity energy. They do. And then you wonder why you ain't getting 10-gallon level blessings because you hanging around pint-sized capacity curses. Oh, my Lord, gee, you know what? Like I said before, if you want to see somebody at a 10-gallon level, look at how they're moving with a 10-gallon energy. If you want to see somebody moving with a pint capacity energy, look at how they're moving. Pint capacity people, all they can do is talk about other people. They can never talk about their own accomplishments because they're a failure, they're fucking selves. A pint capacity person can only hold their own on somebody else's channel that gave them a voice. They can't handle their own. And a lot of pint capacity people, they avoid the real issues in their life because they know if they were taken to the highest of the heavens and then dropped so damn forcefully down to the bottom of hell, they know they would not have the mental soul to get back up. because their soul wasn't created enough to be able to understand the weight of what they've done to other people, let alone their fucking damn self. Like I said, some of y'all around people with pint-sized capacities. You're around people with pint-sized capacities. You're supporting people that have pint-sized capacities. I'm just saying, some of y'all consume pint-sized capacity content, and then you wonder why you stressed out every fucking day. You wonder why you mad every day. You wonder why, damn, I can't wait for the day to end. Maybe because you investing in energy that ain't elevating you. Have you ever thought about that shit? Be a 10-gallon person. Don't be a pint-sized capacity piece of shit. And with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, rise will be great together. And always remember, you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just recognizing that, listen, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. But bigger than that, though, just because pain is silent doesn't mean it will never be heard out loud. Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved. Upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Oh my Lord, I've said this before. Some of y'all are closer to the grave to die than at the cradle to start life. And the hell that you're giving to other people, you do realize Karma Express does do same day delivery of karma, right? I'm just saying. Keep doing wrong to others, and wrong will always be done to you. But here's the gag. If you do right by others, oh my God, right will be done to you as well. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings on the way for you, me, and all of us as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. If this is your final tour for this evening, good night to you. But for the rest of you, I'll see you back here tonight at 8:30 for our Disney villains conversation. It's going to be a good time. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Marc Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.